Hey, you guys, it is me, Angela Smith of Anjanelle, where I firmly believe that your shape or size does not determine your fly. Look, we are going to get into two things today. Number one, we are going to get into how to sew the one seam smocked dress. Number two is how to repair the elastic threading if it ever pops loose. Let's get into it. Okay, so I purchased the Smocked one seam dress from JoAnn. All right, sometimes you see this in the bulk, on the bulk. They sell this by the yard, and all you have to do is sew one seam, and this seam could be down the side. This seam could end up being in the back, wherever you pretty much want to put it. But I see that a lot of people have problems on how to sew the one seam because it's so smocked. You have all of that elastic thread in there. You have this funky little look on the back of it. So a lot of people don't understand how to sew the one seam. I already did it, but I can definitely explain to you how I did it. Okay, so you put both of your sides together, right? Just as you typically would, and you pin it, lining up the elastic one side with the other, okay? And if you have any extra elastic that comes out here, keep it. Don't cut it all the way off. And then what you want to do is you want to use a zigzag stitch. I use the tightest zigzag stitch that I have to sew from the top of the smock to the end of the smock. And then once we got into just like the solid fabric, I did a straight seam. Then what I did was I went on the back end and I serged it all the way down. So that's when I actually cut that loose elastic that was in there, was before I serged it. So I hope that helps somebody. You have to make sure you have all of your elastic hanging out of there. And I hate that I did it before actually videoing it and showing you guys. But what I did want to show you, when you buy this type of dress, whether you do the one seam where you sew it together yourself or whether you purchase it in the store, one of the common issues that you're going to have is with the elastic popping. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I saved this just for this video. If you look at this seam right here, I'm going to flip it on the inside for you. You see those little loops right here? This indicates that that thread has already popped. That elastic is already popped. And on the outside, what it does is it starts to hang out, and I know you've seen this. So I'm going to show you how to repair this. Very first thing I'm going to do is pull the elastic all the way out. And I'm going to go all the way around because guess what? If I tried to fix it and keep it as it is, it would have started running anyway. It would have eventually came out. So I'm going to pull this out all the way around. So I have all of this elastic. You see how easy it came out. And that's one of the things that irritated me about this dress. Once before, when I had a dress like this, I got so mad, y'all. I took all of the elastic out and I just used the fabric and made something new. I made a pair of pants. But I'm going to show you how to fix this. You see all of this elastic and how easy it came out. So let me re-angle my camera and let me show you how to fix this, okay? I purchased this elastic thread a few years ago when I first got into sewing. And when I first purchased this, it only came in black and white, which is why I only have black and white. As you can see, the thread that I took out of my dress is blue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the black one. And plus, it's not going to show that much anyway. If you do it the way that I'm showing you, the black will actually be on the back. And then I'm going to use regular blue thread to go on the top. Okay. So first thing that I need to let you know about this thread is that when you thread your bobbin, okay, let me get a bobbin for you. When you thread your bobbin with the elastic thread, you have to do it by hand. Now, unless things have changed, you guys, again, I purchased this thread. It's probably been about 5 years ago. You have to thread using this elastic thread. You have to put it on the bobbin by hand. So you have to literally wrap it all the way around as evenly as possible. As evenly as possible, because you can't thread it the typical way that you would with regular thread, okay? And if you really look at this, this thread looks exactly like what I took out, okay? It's a little bit more stretchier, but it looks exactly the same, okay? So let's get into this. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I already have a bobbin filled with the black thread, so I'm going to put that back. I'm going to put this white down, and I already have it in the bottom of my machine. On the top of my machine, I have this blue thread that I'm going to use. I already have my machine threaded. Now, what I'm going to do is the widest stitch possible. I'm going to do the widest stitch possible. I'm trying to re-angle so that you guys can see this fully. There we go. Okay, so I'm using the widest stitch, and what I'm going to do, again, I have my blue thread on top. I have my elastic in the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to where those holes were. I'm going to go to where I took out that elastic thread, and I'm just going to put my dress up under here. And I'm going to just stitch it all the way around. I didn't have to pin it or anything fancy. It's already still gathered, because when you do this smocked look, the very first thing that is typically done is you have to gather all of these. It takes a very, very long time. I've done it once before and said never again, but I'm glad that I'm using those same techniques to fix this dress, okay? So I got it up under here. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to back stitch, of course. And I'm just going to sew all the way around, okay? It only takes me a second. So I'll talk to you guys as I do it, just as evenly as possible. Going right back over that same exact stitch that was there before. It just left little holes. So that's the perfect guide for you. So I'm just going all the way around. I almost made it back. And the reason why I purchased this dress, even though I had so many issues that first time that I purchased this dress from JoAnn's, the Smocked look, is because, y'all, I've been dieting and I've been losing some weight, and a lot of my clothes wasn't fitting. And you guys, this dress is not cheap. JoAnn sells this thing for about $30 a yard. But I've been losing so much weight that I needed something. I needed something to kind of show off my slimmer little shape or whatever. And so I was able to purchase this. It's under 1 yard because I just had to take the measurement of my bust and of my hips, which is close to the same. And I was able to purchase under 1 yard, and it was on sale. So I only paid about 13 bucks for this. So I figured I would give it another try and figure this thing out. All right. So I have made it all the way back around. I made it back to my side seam. I am back stitching, and let me show you guys how it looks. I still have an old machine, y'all. I have to cut my beginning and ending threads. All right, let me hold it there so that y'all can see it. And I'm going to cut my elastic thread. And it is this stitch right here. It is this stitch right here. As you can see, it blends in perfectly. You can barely even tell. It's this one right here. And I just follow. I know it looks like I'm off of the white, but I was literally just following the holes. They were off, not me. So as you can tell, it repaired it. It still stretches nice. And I honestly don't think that this is going to pop as easily as this original thread. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do that same exact thing with any others. So now I'm on the hunt. And if you look at the back, this is the back. See, I don't have that little fancy design. I don't know how to do that. It's okay. But if you look at mine, my elastic is right in there and it's stretching and it's hanging in there with them boys, okay? So this is how you repair it, you guys. I hope that you learned something new in this video. Look, I found another pop thread. So I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to replace it. It's not far from the one that I did. So, you know, regardless, that's going to look pretty good. It looks like that's the only other one that I have in this dress. So I'm going to do that same exact process. Look how weak that is. I'm going to go through, pull it all out, and I'm going to repair this. And I will show you pictures in 5, 4, 3, 2, and...